This is a video overview of this knife, the triple aught design custom Dauntless by Fellhoelter. This is the compact version of the knife, and this is the 2014 version. The blade steel is CPM 154, which is one of my favorite blade steels. It's a steel widely preferred by custom makers for its easy working, great edge holding, and high polishability. Although here it is nicely sort of stone washed. The blade is 2.94 inches long, which is great. It's like right around my favorite size. It has two nice finger choils here and some really good jimping right here. As you can see, this is a two-piece handle. There's no back spacer, so the space for the knife is milled out in the G10 handle, and then it transitions over to this very, very clean titanium lock side. As you can see, the pocket clip is a deep carry over the top pocket clip, and it is attached with hidden screws. The screws are there, and you can see them coming out of the handle scare on the other side. It's a frame lock, obviously, and the frame lock hits right around 50%, which is fine with me. It deploys by thumb studs, and this deployment is a little unusual. In most knives you deploy like this. Here you kind of approach it from the bottom, and then you open it up. I didn't like it at first, but then I realized it put my fingers right in that position, so it's not too bad. It's a little different than most knives, so I'm going to have to take some time to get used to it. If you try to do it the old way, like right there, it's not going to work. But if you do that, you're right there, ready to go. Overall, I'm incredibly excited about this knife. This has been one of those knives that I've been trying to get for a long, long time. I've tried to get some form of a Dauntless, either this or the Bogusławski version, and it just never ended up working out. And then I got a chance to pick this one up, and it was a relatively good deal. And I did it, and I'm really glad that I did. This is a knife I've been looking to get for probably 3 years now. Since trading my XM18, I've been able to handle a couple of different really good custom knives, and each time they were good, but they weren't exactly this good. I have to say that I really am impressed with Brian's work. Little touches, like for example, the back spacer, or the place where the back spacer would be. The spine of the knife is incredibly smooth and incredibly clean. The transition to the titanium is almost indetectable. It's really impressive. Obviously, the centering is good. The pivot is nice and smooth. The stone washing on the blade is gorgeous. Everything about this knife is just great. I like the coloration, the olive OD drab green G10. I like the milling, the fullers in the blade, and the milling on the handle. It's just a very, very nice, cohesive, aesthetic package. It's pretty much, the essence of a Dauntless, but shrunk down to the size of a small Sebenza, which is just about perfect for me. It has a very generous lanyard hole if you want to put lanyard through there, but I don't think I'm going to do that. A lot of the features here are really awesome that are hard to see. For example, let's see if we can get this close up. Come on, focus. There we go. Look at that. Look at that pivot. And you're like, oh no, it takes a custom pivot tool. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Just a regular old pivot tool. It's a hex wrench. I think it's like a T6 Torx bit. And you're done. That's it. No messing around with crazy stuff. All of the construction is very, very well done. There's chamfering all around this blade, as you can see. Just great. Great, great, great. And look at the finish there. The TAD logo is nice and acid etched in there. There's a swedge here. I mean, this is just one heck of a gorgeous blade. There's one thing that I would say that's strange. The deployment method is a little strange, because even though it's a thumb stud, you have to approach it from well south of where you normally do. So like that's the normal, that's the deployment on that knife. And then look at you go to the custom, like you can just hit that one right there. And this is the Carol SES, which is also going to be reviewed shortly. But I love this knife. This is one of my favorite knives. This is Steve Carroll's one of my favorite makers. I'm glad I own this knife. I'm also glad I own this knife. This has been one knife that I've been searching for a very long time. So I'm glad I was able to finally get a hold of one. I really appreciate Josh, who was the person that did the deal with me. This is a great, great knife. Super, super fun to have. Drops in your pocket nice. This is a little too spaced out for me, but it hasn't been a problem yet, and I don't imagine that it will be. It drops in your pocket beautifully, and man, just sings in your hand, like right there. And look at this. Right there. How is that? I mean, that's perfect. I mean, this is a big pocket clip, but because of the way Brian did the pocket clip, it just sort of blends into your hand, like right into the fat of your hand. It's great. There's like a little hollow there, and then there's this padding on your hand, and it just goes right in there, locks into place. Jimping on the top is good. It's not like crazy aggressive, but it's darn good. This is a very, very good knife. Again, I'm very excited to have it. So it's a video overview of the Tad Custom